You feel it, don't you? This market just feels wrong. Stocks go up, but it feels fake. Bad news is ignored. Good news doesn't matter. You're feeling a deep craving for 2021. You're craving the easy mode when everything just went up. And you're craving for the Fed to just pivot and save us. The gurus tell you, don't worry, it's just a dip, buy more. They're treating this as a willpower problem. What if I told you that advice is a lie? What if this isn't a dip? What if it's a flip? What if the entire economic map just got redrawn? The legendary investor Howard Marks, a man who studies market cycles, just confirmed this. He's called it a sea change. The 15-year easy money party is over, and the rules have permanently changed. Stay with me, because we are decoding the 5 signals of this great flip that 99% of investors high on hopium are completely ignoring. Welcome to Wealth Architect. Welcome to the podcast where we don't just follow the map, we designed the new one. I'm Ben, and I'm back with Dr. Marcus Thorne, our resident economic historian. Marcus, this Howard Marks memo is arguably the most important memo of the last decade. He's basically saying everything you learned is now wrong.
He is, Ben, and it's a terrifying thought for most investors. The craving for the old market, the ZIRP or zero interest rate policy market, is incredibly strong. It's like a sugar addiction. For 15 years, we were fed free money, and it made all assets go up. The gurus who tell you to just buy the dip are followers. They are praying the old map still works. Howard Marks is an architect. He's accepting reality and deconstructing the new map.
So instead of white-knuckling it and just craving the Fed to save us, we should be asking, okay, what are the new rules?
Precisely. That is the only question that matters. Fighting your craving for the past is useless. You must understand the data of the present. We are going to decode the 5 signals of this great sea change that Marx has identified. This is the new blueprint.
Okay, I'm ready to learn the new map. What is the first coded signal of this market reset?
Let's decode the 5 signals of this great flip. Signal number 1, the zero signal. The sugar high is over.
Zero interest rate policy. This was the free money era, 2019 to 2021.
Exactly. It was a 15-year sugar high. It wasn't real economic growth. It was a sugar rush of stimulus and free debt. It created bubbles. It rewarded gambling, not investing. Howard Marks's core point is that is over. We are not going back. Interest rates are now 5% plus. The sugar is gone. The coded message is, the tide has gone out. We're about to see who was swimming naked. Signal number 2, the capital cost signal, or the nutrient gap.
This is the new rule that changes everything. Money is no longer free, it costs 5%.
Think of it as a nutrient gap in the market's diet. For 15 years, companies could borrow for 0% to survive. Now they must pay 5, 8, or 10%. This creates a great divergence. Sugar companies, speculative tech, story stocks, and companies that don't make money will starve. They can't get free capital. Protein companies, businesses with real cash flow, real profits, and low debt will feast. The coded message is, the growth stocks that won the last 15 years are now zombies. The value stocks you ignored are now kings.
Zombies. That leads right to the next signal, doesn't it? The gut of the economy.
Signal 3, the zombie signal, the gut takeover. This is the most visual part of the reset. Our gut of the economy is clogged with zombie companies, businesses that don't even make enough money to pay the interest on their debt. They only survived by refinancing 0% debt with new 0% debt. Now that debt is coming due, and they must refinance at 8%. They can't. The gut is about to go into septic shock. The coded message is, a mass extinction event for weak companies is coming. This is not a crash, it's a cleansing.
So this isn't a temporary dip, this is a permanent paradigm shift.
That is signal number 4, the paradigm shift signal, or the willpower lie. The craving you feel is to believe that this is all temporary. The willpower lie is the Fed will pivot, they will cut rates, the old party will come back. Howard Marks's entire thesis is that this is not temporary. This is a permanent reset to normal history. The last 15 years were the weird part. This is the return to normal. The coded message is, the playbook that won from 2019 to 2021 is now broken and will lose you money for the next decade.
Okay, I'm terrified, but also I feel like I'm finally seeing the truth. So if the old playbook is broken, what is the new blueprint?
That is signal number 5, the asymmetry signal, or the architect's blueprint. If zombies are about to have a mass extinction, what happens to their assets? Their buildings, their bonds? They will be forced to sell them for pennies on the dollar. The greatest asymmetric opportunity of the next decade is not in buying the sugar-high tech stocks. It is in distressed assets and credit. Howard Marks is a distressed debt investor. He's salivating. The coded message is, stop craving the bubble. Start building your opportunity fund. The Great Flip is about to put the entire economy on a 50% off sale.
Okay, Marcus, this is the clearest explanation I've ever heard. The easy mode is over. The real game is about to begin. But let's be real. We can't go out and buy distressed corporate bonds like Howard Marks. So how does the architect listening translate this to a personal blueprint?
The core principle is to work with the new map, not crave the old one. You must design your finances for a 5% world. 1. Hydrate first, the 5% fortress. The first response is to stop seeing cash as trash. In the new paradigm, cash is a 5% risk-free asset. Your opportunity fund, like Buffett's, is no longer losing to inflation. It's a weapon. Building a 6 to 12-month dry powder fund is the #1 asymmetric move. 2. Choose healthier swaps, the protein portfolio. You must stop buying the sugar, signal 2. Stop blindly buying the S&P 500, SPY, which is full of non-profitable zombie tech. You must shift to protein, companies with real cash flow, companies with zero or low debt, the equal weight S&P 500, RSP, which sells the sugar and buys the value. 3. Audit the zombies, mindful de-risking. This is a new step. You must look at your own portfolio. Do you own any zombies? Do you own stocks that don't make money? In the new paradigm, these are not growth stocks. These are landmines. 4. System compassion, the new map mindset. This is the hardest part. When your friend's sugar stock, signal 2, has a random 30% rally, you cannot feel FOMO. You must not crave the old game. You must look at your boring 5% cash in your protein stocks and say, my system is built for the new map, not the old one. My thesis is intact.
This is a design for resilience. It's not about timing the market. It's about aligning with the new reality.
That is the only way to be an architect. So the 5 coded messages of the Great Flip, the zero signal, the 15-year sugar high of free money is over, the capital cost signal, sugar, spec-tac, will starve, protein, real profits, will win. The zombie signal, a mass extinction of bad companies is coming, the paradigm shift signal, the old playbook is broken, this is permanent, and the asymmetry signal. The greatest opportunity will be buying the distress from this cleansing.
It's not a market crash. It's a market reset. This completely changes the blueprint for building wealth. Excellent. Now, for the architects listening, what is the biggest craving for the old market that you are struggling to let go of? Is it the craving for the Fed to save you, or the craving for your old growth stocks to come back? Share your biggest challenge with this new map in the comments below. And if you're ready to stop craving the past and start designing your blueprint for the new reality, hit that like button, subscribe to Wealth Architect, and share this video with anyone who is still praying for the 2021 market to return. And make sure you're a wealth architect, because we've deconstructed why the market has changed. Next week, we're doing a deep dive on Signal 3, the zombie apocalypse. We are exposing the 3 specific sectors and even some names that are the most zombified and at the highest risk of going to zero. You won't want to miss that blueprint. Thank you for tuning in.